Hi everybody, I hope you're doing well. Sabrina here, Advanced Witch and Psychic Healer. This video today, I've got a setup here, I wanted to make because I had a very honest, courageous viewer comment their frustrations to me in regards to working with black salt. In particular, to try to stop a neighbor from bothering them. This video I'm talking about is my black salt video, which has the highest views of any other video I've made to date. It's got over 5,000 views. And I've said before, this is because we're all kind of pushed into buildings like sardines in a can, and unless your walls are soundproof, it's problematic. In this case, the viewer was commenting, doesn't work. I have neighbors who are vandalizing my religious artifacts on my apartment, and I think in my car outside. He also commented that, I believe, I don't know what else they had done, but that they weren't stopping and that they were stepping over the black salt in the hallway. In that case, it's telling me that he was putting too much. You only need a pinch and you need to throw it. The idea is that you are attaching your thoughts to the powder. The powders work with air. Now, there's several things going on here that I want to address. Number one, most people are beginners and they have not yet formed a strong enough focus to pool their thoughts, focus their thoughts, and really attach them to a product, such as a magical powder, even though they've made it and they've concentrated and all that. Number two, this particular situation, I believe, does not call for a banishing with black salt. This would be more of a binding, and you can use black salt with that. Now remember, a banishing or a binding is not a curse. I don't do curses because the universe is inside of us, and what we send out is going to come back. There's very few people that can actually do them. They're born to do them, they train to do them, and they do it for very, very nefarious cases. In this case, this particular neighbor, I would say, falls under the category of a nuisance. They are racist, they are prejudiced, these people might be Muslim, I don't know. The other people obviously are not the same religion. They've got their religious symbol on the front of their apartment door. And this is what's being vandalized. And whatever else is on their car, that's also being vandalized. There's no cameras to catch them, and there's no police report you can necessarily make for these types of petty crimes. I don't know if you can see this. If you look up above my door, I have a broom. This is called a besom. And that is designed for protection. It is to sweep away negativity. And when I moved in here, I charged it and I put it up there above my apartment door to keep out negativity and protect my home and me from negative energy that might be sent through the front door. Now, it's also called a ward, by the way. I don't have one for my patio door area. And we have relatively almost zero vandalizing stuff going on over here. We did have some during the summer, the first year that I lived here, but I have a garage and that is where my car stays. So what I would suggest, if you have a protective item that's visible on your front door in an apartment complex where people are walking up and down the hallways and you're dealing with, you know, a lot of people that aren't wealthy or well educated, take that item and bring it inside your apartment and put it on the inside of your door, maybe to face the outside. It would work either way, whether it's facing inside or outside. It would still serve the same purpose. Same thing for whatever else other door you have over here. You can even take some special kind of an oil that no one will really see, put it in the corners, you know. There's all different kinds of ideas I need to do more of, and I am going to make some more videos on protection, because an ounce of prevention is worth an ounce of cure. So I've got a little setup here. I'm going to have to turn the camera, I think I'm going to have to back up and show you what I would suggest in this case. All right, hold on. There. Let's lower it. Oh, okay, now let's lower the chair. Okay, here we go. All right. Okay. So I've lowered the camera and I've lowered my chair. Can't go any lower. I have here a black plate. What you're going to have to do when you have discovered that throwing this black salt is not going to stop someone from bothering you or vandalizing your property. If this is a relatively good tenant who's not really harassing or, you know, kicking doors and making noises, and there's no camera to record what they're doing, you're going to have to start working indoors remotely. So what you're going to do is get a plate. I recommend a black plate. This is from the Dollar Tree. And I recommend a black candle. If you have some kind of reservations about working with black, I suggest you try to get over it, because dark energy is the most abundant energy in the universe. And this will help you absorb negativity. Okay? So you're going to want to take this candle and you're going to hold it and you're going to charge it to stop these people from touching your property, from vandalizing your religious artifacts. And you do not have to have a big long candle. I'm going to break it in half, and I'm going to say, as I break it, I break this nuisance of bothering and touching and vandalizing and removing my religious artifacts. And you have to take your frustrations, like this viewer had and shared with me, nothing's working, doesn't work, pour it into this work here at a designated space. Now I'd have to get some scissors to cut this, and I don't have them here. Sometimes you can, no, it didn't work. All right. But yeah, it doesn't have to be expensive. We're going to be using some ingredients you can buy at the grocery store, and a piece of paper and a pen. All right, so here's my scissors. You can take the top part, put that aside, and then you're going to have matches, and you're going to melt the bottom and you're going to stick it to the plate. Now I would take my banishing oil, which is designed to banish negativity, and I would anoint that candle from the bottom up. But you can use olive oil, and if you don't have that, just hold it and say, I charge this candle to assist me and to take all of this negativity and burn it away. Because people need to stop touching my property, removing my religious artifacts. They need to stop now. And then matches are often used for banishing negativity because I think they have sulfur. So you want to heat up the bottom. You're going to stick it to that plate. I have to carve the other end just so that you can see the wick. All right? Let me see if I can make this straighter. I always say if it's worth doing right. Okay, there we go. I think that's a flatter bottom. Take another match. So, what you want to do first, after you've charged it with your intent, is to get that on there. Is that flatter? Okay. It's live television, folks. Pour your heart and your soul and your frustrations into this working. There. Use your energy. Use that frustration. Okay? Now, you've got your candle set up. Now what you're going to do is you're going to write down on a piece of paper all of the things that you want that person to do. We're going to create a binding. You're going to stop this person from touching your stuff and taking your stuff. If you've got their name, write down their name, every single thing you know about them, what kind of car they drive, the building they're in, the apartment number they're in. You stop touching my stuff. You stop touching my property now. You stop removing my religious items now. You stop touching my religious items from my door and from my car now! Exclamation mark. Then, if you have black salt that you have made, you're going to sprinkle a little bit of black salt on there. And then I recommend a little bit of chili powder, which is probably in your black salt anyway. I love chili powder. It's always worked for me. It's amazing. And now for a binding, what I always do is roll it up. You're going to roll it up away from you. You stop touching my stuff. Keep your hands off my stuff. You stop touching my stuff now. Fold it over, fold it over, fold it over. And then take some black thread or some black string or something black, wrap it around, and take it like you're going to tie it like a bow or a shoestring, and you're going to pull it. You stop touching my stuff. You stop touching my stuff. And you pull it and you tight it as tight as you can. You stop now. I bind you from touching my stuff, my religious artifacts. Okay? We're going to put that here. You're going to take a little bit of black salt. You're going to put that around the edge of the plate. Okay? You are taking all of your frustrations out with this working. I bind my neighbor such and such or so and what building and what apartment number from ever touching my religious artifacts again. And then you can take some chili powder. One thing I forgot to bring with me over here would be some poppy seeds. Black poppy seeds can create confusion. You start thinking about touching my stuff and you get confused. You get scared. Maybe there's a camera. You might get seen and you think twice. Okay? It doesn't matter what color paper you use. I had yellow, but also here's a little bit of white. And you have that here at the edge of the plate where it's not going to catch fire. Now, sometimes people believe that you should set it on fire to activate it. You could write it again and then set it on fire and put it in a bowl. Another thing you could do is actually just draw a humanoid figure, and you can write all the information you know about them on there, and the same things I've just told you now. You stop touching my religious items on my door. You stop removing my religious items from my door. You stop touching my religious items on my car. You stop removing my religious items from my car now. And then you take their little arms and you put them behind their back, and their hands, and you scotch tape or you staple their hands. You cannot touch my stuff. You don't know why. You are confused. You put those poppy seeds on there, and then you fold it up. And again, you take some black thread and you tie it all the way around, and then you tie a knot and you save it somewhere in a drawer, somewhere where the, you know, if you have children, you don't want the children to get a hold of it. Then you're going to claim your victory. I declare I am now victorious. They get seen, they get caught, their evil deeds are revealed. In any case, they stop. I am victorious. Keep repeating that. I am victorious. Finally, this is done. This is the end. Okay? You need to claim your victory over this. Fortunately, this is just a nuisance. If it was anything worse, I would suggest that you try to invest in one of those Ring camera doorbell things that you can put in a peephole. And that is my video for today, everybody. Blessings to you. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. But if something comes up, don't be afraid to exert your will and your rights to push away negativity, to stop a nuisance. And remember candle safety. Don't leave the candle burning unattended. And claim your victory. See you later. Sooner.